Hi, Olivia. Yeah, thanks for your questions. Yeah, these are great questions. So I'm going to answer them in this video. And please keep asking questions to my LearnMate this way, and I will get back to you as I'm doing it now in this video. Okay, let's start with this question. So 3 to the x is 10. So we know the value of 3 to the x, and we're going to try to find the value of this thing. Okay, so, using this is going to be very important because we're going to use this at some point, right? And now what will I do is I will just kind of break this down to see if I can bring 3 to the x from this expression, make it visible. So 3 to the x minus 3 can be decomposed or can be split this way. So I can write 3 to the x times 3 to the negative 3. And remember, one of the property of exponent is when the bases are the same, you will add the powers, right? The powers of threes. And that's why we're able to split it like this. Okay, if you have a plus and a minus between the terms on the top, you can always split it as a product like this. Now it's a time to use what's given to us. What's given to us is 3 to the x. Okay, so the value of 3 to the x is 10. So instead of 3 to the x, I'm just going to put 10 here times, and 3 to the negative 3 is just going to be 1 over 3 to the 3, which this will be 10 divided by, so 10 times 1 is 10, 3 to the 3 is 27. So that's it. So that's the final answer. And we can't simplify this, obviously, right? And we just leave our answer as a fraction like this. Okay, so that's your first question. Now, the second question is, again, we're giving two things. We're giving this and this. I'm going to have to form, x to the 5, y to the 5 from this 2, right? And if you notice, see that in the first equation, x has a power 2. In the second equation, x has a power 3. If you add the powers, you get 5. And that's exactly what we want, right? We want x to have a power 5. But in what case I'm adding this? When I multiply, because I'm dealing with exponents here. So when I multiply these two things, then I should be able to form this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply. So x squared y cubed is going to be multiplied by cubed y squared to form, because now when I multiply these two, I'm adding the power x5. When I'm multiplying these two, I'm adding the power, so that's y5. So now you see, by multiplying the given equations, then I was able to form what they want, right? So, and I know the value of this is given to me, so that's 10. And I know the value of this that's given to me, that's 8. That equals x5, y5, which means 5, y5 is going to be 8. So that's that. Now the next question, this is kind of similar actually. So what I want is I want x, right? I want to get the value of x here. But n cubed equals x basically. So what I will do is, so I know the value of x here, I will just go ahead and plug this in the x over here, right? So then I have n to the fourth power equals 20 times n to the power 3. Now I need to solve this for n. So take this term and put it on the side. So n to the 4 minus 20n cubed equals 0. And then I can factor the greatest common factor, which is n cubed. This will be n minus 20 equals 0. And I can just set each factor to 0. Now I'm just really just solving the equation. So when n cubed equals 0, then n is 0. And over here, when n minus 2 is 0, n minus 20 is 0, then n is 20. Okay, but the question says, now if you go back and read the question, it says when n is positive. So I'm only interested in n bigger than 0. So this will not count. N is equal to 20 then. Now I'm asking for value of x. Well, I can just go ahead and plug it in, right? Plug it into any equation you want, but this might be simpler to do it here because x is already by itself. So x equal n cubed, and I know the value of n, so that's 20 cubed, which 20 cubed will be 8,000, right? So the value of n is 8,000. Okay, perfect. Now, your last question is this. Now, I need to form this guy. So x has a power 1, y has a power 1, and I'm forming this from what's given. Now, this x here has power 8. This x here has a power 7. Now, how can I get x to the 1 if I subtract it? in what case do we subtract when we deal with the exponent? When we divide, right? So when we divide, we subtract the exponent. So I'm just going to divide them. So x to the 8, y to the 7 divided by x to the 7, y to the 6. So notice you subtract this from here, you get x. You subtract 6 from 7, you get y. So when I divide these two expressions, I get xy, which is what I want. So then I just divide their values. So the value of this guy is 333, and the value of this guy is 3. So then xy is simply 333 divided by 3, which will be 111. So that's the value. Okay, Olivia, I hope this helps. And please, like I said, keep asking your question, and I will get back to you, less than 10 minutes, hopefully. Okay. Take care of yourself. Thank you. And also, please, tell your friends to download the MyLearnMate if you can. And also, you will be receiving a YouTube link, and we have a YouTube channel. So if you can just subscribe or just like uh, the video, that we will appreciate that. Thank you so much.